It was a cold, rainy Friday night. The kind that makes the city streets shine like black mirrors, reflecting the lonely yellow glow of the streetlights. 19-year-old Ryan was just finishing his last shift before the weekend. He worked at Tony's Pizza, a small corner shop that catered to late-night cravings and lonely souls. Business was slow, a quiet hum of rain against the window, until the phone rang. "Tony's Pizza, how can I help you?" Ryan answered, the words practically on autopilot. A voice came through the line, low and shaky, barely a whisper. "Large pepperoni. Extra cheese and please, hurry," Ryan frowned. The caller ID was blank, just unknown caller. Weird, but not the weirdest order he'd ever taken. Then he saw the address, Ravenswood Lane, house number 46. That was way out at the edge of town. Abandoned houses, broken streetlights. Locals whispered that the whole road was cursed. Ryan just scoffed. "Probably some prank," he muttered, punching the order into the system. He zipped up his jacket, grabbed the pizza, and hopped onto his old, sputtering scooter. The ride was long and dark, the rain coming down harder now. The farther he got from the city center, the fewer lights there were. They flickered out one by one, until only his scooter's weak headlight was left to cut through the thick, rolling fog. Finally he found it. House number 46. It stood alone, a dark silhouette against the stormy sky. Huge, silent. The paint was peeling in long strips and the windows were covered with thick, black curtains. But there was a light inside. A single, faint flicker, like a candle fighting for its life. Taking a deep breath, Ryan grabbed the pizza box and walked up the cracking stone path to the front door. He rang the bell. A deep, echoing asterisk, ding dot dot don dot dot. Asterisk filled the air, but no one answered. He pressed it again, harder this time. Still nothing. Just the rhythmic tapping of the rain on his jacket. He was about to turn around and leave when the door creaked open. Slowly, as if pushed from the inside by an unseen hand. "Hello? Your pizza's here," he called out, his voice sounding small in the sudden quiet. No response. Then he heard it. A child's voice, whispering from somewhere deep inside the house. "Come in." Ryan's blood ran cold. "Look, man, I'm just here to drop off the pizza," he said, his voice trembling slightly. But a strange curiosity, a pull he couldn't explain, took hold of him. Against his better judgment, he stepped inside. The floorboards groaned under his weight, a long, mournful sound. The air was thick with the smell of damp wood and something else. Something rotten. His eyes scanned the room. The walls were lined with old, dusty family photos, but in every single one, the eyes of the people had been viciously scratched out. "Creepy," he muttered under his breath. Just then, his phone buzzed in his pocket. A new text message from an unknown number. He pulled it out. The message read, "Leave the pizza on the table. Do not turn around." Ryan's heart hammered against his ribs. "Okay, someone's messing with me," he whispered, trying to force a laugh that wouldn't come. He set the pizza box on a dusty antique table and, despite the warning, he turned. For a split second, he saw a shadow move behind him, quick, dark, and vaguely human-shaped. He spun back around, but there was nothing there. And then asterisk bang. Asterisk, the front door slammed shut with a deafening crash that shook the entire house. His phone buzzed again, its glow eerily bright in the dim room. "We said don't turn around." Below the text was an image. A picture of him, standing in that very room, taken from behind just a moment ago. Ryan's hands started to shake so badly he dropped his phone. "Who's there?" he shouted, his voice cracking. The only answer was the sound of footsteps from the floor. Above, slow, heavy, deliberate. He scrambled for his phone and lunged for the door, yanking on the handle. Locked. It wouldn't budge. He frantically looked around for another way out, and that's when he noticed it. The candlelight was gone. The room was now plunged into near-total darkness, lit only by the faint blue glow of his phone screen. Then the whisper came again, this time right behind his ear. "Stay and eat." His eyes shot to the table. The pizza box started to move. The lid lifted on its own, slowly, unnaturally. But inside wasn't a large pepperoni with extra cheese, it was a photograph. A Polaroid. It was a picture of him, Ryan, standing right in front of this house tonight. But the photo was faded, dated, as if it had been taken hours before he even got the call. He stumbled backward, his mind screaming. His phone screen lit up one last time. A new message burned into the display. "You've always belonged here, Ryan. Who are you?" He screamed into the darkness, raw terror ripping through him. From the deepest shadows of the hallway, a figure began to emerge. It was tall, slender, and wearing a torn, mud-stained delivery uniform that looked exactly like his own. As the figure stepped into the pale light of the phone, Ryan felt the air leave his lungs. The thing, it had his face, his eyes, his clothes, even the small, jagged scar on the back of his hand. Ryan couldn't breathe, couldn't move. His double smiled, a slow, cold smile that didn't reach its eyes. And in a voice that was both his and not his, it whispered, "My shift ended a long, long time ago. Yours has just begun." And then everything went black. The next morning, police found Ryan's scooter parked outside house number 46. The front door was unlocked. Inside, the house was empty, coated in a thick layer of dust. On the table sat an open pizza box. But there was no pizza inside. Only a single plastic name tag that read, RYAN. Later that day, Tony's Pizza got another call. The number was blocked. The voice was a low, familiar whisper. "Large pepperoni, extra cheese, and please. Hurry."